think so.
No.
No.
In any case, the Goodkind twins, we've got Lauren and Barbara, and they've been playing since the mid to late 90s.
1999.
Yeah, late 90s, 1999. So they've been playing a number of years, and I don't think anybody here was born in 1999. I know I wasn't.
We wouldn't be in Weibel.
I was born in 1899. I'd say that to my first and second graders, and they believe me. That's the trouble. In any case, I asked Lauren and Barbara to give a little session today, partly inspirational and partly chess. They both, I think, broke in 1900, and they're two of the top girl players, women players now, in the northern part of California. And I don't know if we have one young lady from Cupertino right now who just made master, and she's in 6th grade, or 6th grade or 7th. She's 7th?
Shrika?
Yeah, Shrika.
I think she's
7th.
Yeah, she's 7.
And that's, I think, is the youngest master, woman's master. I mean, she's not a woman's master, she's a national master that we've ever had in Northern California. I don't know if Jenny Frankel was still playing when you two started playing.
I did play her a couple of times. I think 2 or 3 times, and yeah, I remember.
Yeah, she made master. She was playing at the same time with my boys, and she made master in high school. I think she was 16 at the time. So that's quite an accomplishment, obviously, that she's done. So we've got some really fine women players that are coming up that's going to give both of you a harder time, since you're both still playing. I told them I was going to ask some questions if you wanted to, then let them give their introduction, and from there go on. But my first question is, at what age did you both start playing?
We both started to play at age 15 in tournaments, but we started to learn how to move the pieces when we were age 8.
Who taught you how to start moving the pieces?
My mom, but she wasn't very good. She was only about estimated 800 straight.
At what age did you beat her?
We don't know.
You don't remember, huh?
No. Yeah, my mom, she's never played in a tournament before, but we're very thankful that she did teach us. I do remember playing a couple games with her, and I remember that she thought that stalemate was checkmate, and she didn't know what en passant was. So I think once we started to play in tournaments, we figured out what stalemate and en passant is.
So you started playing chess late, actually, in tournaments at 15.
Yes.
What got you started going into tournaments, or who got you started going into tournaments?
So the story is, Barbara and I, we started to just play a lot of chess at home, and my dad, he just noticed. And my dad, one day, he just said, like, hey, do you want to go to a chess club? And we agreed. But I think this was in the summertime, and I think that Dad, he got you to a chess club, right? He did. My dad brought us to the Burlingame Chess Club, and that's how we started to play tournament chess. But I remember, like, the very first chess club that I went to was for a couple months, and I went to a chess club in Fremont. Actually, it was in New York, and it was run by a man. His name is Weibel Girls. He's no longer around, sadly, but I remember, like, every Friday night, I would go to his chess club to play. And I thought, like, that was really, really fun for me. But I think the chess club, it eventually closed down, and then Barbara and I, we decided to play at the Burlingame Chess Club. if you don't know where Burlingame Chess Club, the Burlingame is, that's in the West Bay. And when we were there, we started playing there like I think 2000. And a couple months ago, the chess club it closed down. But we played there a lot, like once a week. The chess club it was every Thursday. And we played in a lot of chess tournaments, so that was really, really fun for us.
Anything else you want to Barbara? Okay. How have the men treated you in chess? That was a tricky question. I didn't warn you about that one.
Mentor?
Yeah, how have the men,
Oh, men.
boys, treated you when you play chess? Any problems?
I had no problems at all, and I was never intimidated, so that was good. I think, like, once I started to play in tournaments, I mean, chess is a male-dominated game, and so I think, like, once I started to play in tournaments, I just got really used to playing men and guys, so it wasn't a problem. But I remember that when my rating was like in Class B, I remember that I played against a man, and his rating was like 1900, and I beat him. And then after I beat him, he started to cuss at me. So not good. It's really important to have good sportsmanship. So I think just cussing is not good. I think besides that, I don't really have a problem. But no, I don't really have a problem. So yes.
What kept you in chess, both of you?
I continued to play in chess because I wanted to get something good. Chess is, I wanted to get something good out of life, and chess is one of them. Chess has helped me a lot in life here. It has a lot of benefits. Such as it helped me get into UC Davis. So that was very, very good. And I like meeting new people. So why did I continue to play chess? First of all, I think like once I started to play in tournaments, I just got really, really good at it. I was winning a lot of chess games, and winning, it just makes me feel really, really good because it's like, wow, I'm actually good at something. So I think that's why I continue to play chess. I think another big benefit that helped us is like you get to meet some very amazing people. So I remember that at the Birmingham Chess Club, we did meet another woman chess player, and it turns out that she was bigger. She was rated around 1,000 at the time, and it turns out that she teaches tennis. Does anybody play tennis? Nobody. But anyway. I was very fortunate that I met her because we had a tennis chess exchange. So she would give me a tennis lesson, and then in exchange I would give her a chess lesson. So that was really fun. The people were really nice. I remember that when we went to the Birmingham Chess Club, I remember that we met, well, the tournament, it just turns out that the tournament director and his wife, they lived really, really close to us, and so we were, so they were really nice, and so every night after chess, they would give us a ride home. So I thought that was very, very nice. Another benefit of playing chess is I remember it could help. I think when you get into college, it could help you get an internship. when I was a junior in college, I went to New Zealand and I studied abroad, and I ended up playing in 2 tournaments. And after I came back from New Zealand, I wrote an article to the Cal Chess Association, and so they posted the article on the website. And I remember that I was applying for an internship at this local school, and I remember the woman who was interviewing me. She said like, okay, so we're looking for someone who can write, and all the other people that we interviewed, they've only written essays. Have you ever written like anything outside of class? And I said like, yes, I actually wrote about my chess experience like in New Zealand, and the woman, she was really impressed, and so she hired me. So like that's really awesome. Chess has been very good in my life here because I went to UC Davis and I had to do an internship. I majored in human development and my psychology was my minor, and I had to teach chess at a nursing home. And I had to go teach seniors chess, and that really helped me stand out as a good intern.
One more, and then I'll let you give whatever you want, and then the girls will ask some questions. My last question is, you decided a number of years ago to give back to the community by creating the Chess Diva cable TV show. Would you tell the girls why you did it, and what you got out of it, and what you felt about it?
We produced Chess Diva because we wanted to give out and give back. We produced 9 episodes of the Chess Diva. We interviewed a former tennis professional. We interviewed Daniel Northbrook, he's a grandmaster. Anything else? So the purpose, the reason why we produced the Chess Diva show is because chess is a male-dominated game, and after college, I realized that, Barbara and I, we're in the 1800s, like Class A, and, there's not a lot of girls playing chess, so I figured, we can inspire more girls to play chess, because chess is a really good game. And so I figured, if we produce a show, I think we can inspire more girls to play chess. So that was one of the reasons why we produced the show. It's really helped us. One of the girls that we interviewed, she's a woman's feeding master. Her name is Amanda Matier, and we interviewed her. So if you go to our website, I'll tell you guys the website later on, but yeah, you can watch her the interview. But we also interviewed Jessica Lauser, and she's legally blind. And it's really interesting because some people don't think that blind people can play chess, but they can. So I think, and she made a video like how blind people can play chess, and I think that that's really, really awesome. I think one of the benefits of me producing the show is I really like video. We did some really creative things on it, so I would recommend just going to our website just to check out some videos. Chess Diva helped me get into UC Davis, and I was very grateful of getting accepted to UC Davis. Also, I like being creative, and then also I unicycle and juggle on the TV show. So that's a lot of fun. And I found out that the unicycling and juggling helped my concentration and focusing when I was playing chess. Chess, I have to say that chess, we're going to continue to play chess. I think chess, it's a really good game. It teaches you how to think. I give private chess lessons on the side, and I just tell my students, like, it's really important to think before you move. That's how you get better. And I think the most important thing about playing chess is, like, you always have to have a plan. Like, that's really important. But that's also, like, in life too. Like, in life, you need a plan. Like, what do you want to do in your life? It's the same thing in chess. If you don't have a plan in chess, I don't know how you can win. Yeah, it just teaches you how to think. And I find out the most important thing is to always have fun. That's the most important thing I find out, that if you're having fun, then you're going to be the best you can here. And I like chess. It does teach you how to think. In my life, I always like to see the whole picture, because then you see everything. And then you have to look at the small picture too. And that has helped me in my life too.
I said I was not going to ask any more questions and let you go, but I can't resist them, because it's a nasty one in a sense. How do you have fun when you lose?
So, last weekend, Barbara and we played in the Amateurs West tournament in Santa Clara, and I lost 2 games, and I have to say, I don't like to lose. Like, one of the games that I lost, it was against, like, 2100, and it actually, it took him 5 hours to beat me. And so I just told myself, like, I gave him a good game, I gave him a good fight, and because I just gave him a good fight, like, I was happy about that. Even though I lost, I don't like to lose, but another thing about losing is, if you can go over your games, then you can learn from your mistakes or your opponent's mistakes. Like, that's another way to get better. I remember, like, when I lost against the 2100, and then, like, the first day I also lost against another 2100. I remember after the game, I remember going over the game with my opponents, and then they said, like, yeah, the game should have been a draw. Like, this is what you should have done. So I just told myself, like, okay, this is just a learning experience. So, in chess, everyone has to win and lose. So I think it's just really important to have a positive attitude. I always like to look at the positive sides. Everything has its own positive. Look at the positive and you'll be better at the game. So I would always try to look at my mistakes here. What went wrong here? Focus on the positives, and then you'll be good. That's in life too. Everybody has their bad side in the life. Just try to look on the positives. So, chess and life has similarities, and so you could do this in life and chess too.
Okay, you've obviously thought about things to say, so add what you want at this point. It's free.
Well, I think it's so. I understand that you guys are playing in the Nationals in Chicago. I hope you guys do really well. I hope you guys have a really fun time. And I hope you guys also meet some new friends too. I want to say thank you very much for inviting us to this wonderful opportunity. It's been a pleasure. And I hope you guys win the Nationals. I actually won the Nationals last weekend in Santa Clara. And I got 5.5 out of 6. And then 2 years ago, I won the Nationals. And that was my first time. So one of my goals is that I want to win third time, maybe next year. And if I could do it, then you could do it. Yeah.
Would it be the team nationals you're talking about?
Yeah, it was the two nationals, but I won individually. Yeah. So I mean, I guess that I hope you guys win. Yeah.
Okay. Weibel Girls plus our 2 visitors. Questions that you may have.
Okay, go ahead.
What was your, about how tall was your tallest trophy, and about how much was the largest sum of money you've ever gotten for winning a tournament or something? Like either, choose one.
Okay. My tallest trophy was probably around maybe this high.
Your largest sum of money you've gotten for winning a tournament?
It was probably about $300. I'm guessing. So for me, I think my highest trophy was probably maybe this high. And I remember that I played in this chess tournament when I was rated around 1,200. And it was in the summertime, and I did really, really well. And I think I got like 2nd or 3rd place. And so I won a couple $100. So that was cool. That was really, really fun. So Barbara and I, we were born across the bay, and we were born at Stanford Hospital. So just across the bridge. Yeah. Okay.
At what age did it peak 1,000?
I'm sorry?
At what age did you go above 1,000? Rating.
Okay, so my rating history, so my first rating was about 300, and then I think my first established rating was 689. And I remember that I kept on playing in tournaments at Fremont, and eventually I started to play at the Birmingham Chess Club. And I think after a year, I think I hit 1,000. But then once I remember eventually I got into the 1,200s, and I remember one summer I won a couple of chess tournaments. So my rating went from 1,281 to the mid 1,500s in a couple of months. And so my rating it was in the 1,500s, 1,600s, and then I think maybe eventually, maybe one more year, eventually got into the 1700s and 1800s, and then my peak rating was 19, I think 1920, and I think that was I think I hit 1923. I think that was last year, but I dipped down back into the 1800s. But last weekend, my rating went up again to 1860. My first established rating was 800, and I was 15 years old. But I hit 1,000 when I was about 16 years old. That was year 2000. I read chess books. I read the Chess Dummies by James Eade, and eventually I improved. I was getting 200 points a year, and then my peak was 1866. I never hit the 1900, but I could eventually get to that score point rating. Yeah, 1000 is it's pretty good, but 1600 is very good.
I think another way to get better is to play people that are the same strength as you, or people who are slightly above you. Because if you play somebody that is slightly above you, then you know you're gonna have a challenging game. So that's another way you can improve. Okay, go ahead.
So what are both of your ratings now exactly?
That's a good question. So last weekend, before we played in the Amateur Guest tournament, my rating was 1840, and I won 4 out of 6. So I beat 2 1600s, 1 1850, and 1 600, but I lost to 2 2100s. So my rating right now is, well, I gained 20 points from last weekend. So my rating is 1860, and Barbara's story is really interesting.
Last weekend I gained 70 points because I got 5.5 out of 6. I dipped down to the 1700s. I was 1788 because I'm not playing any tournaments very often right now. I only play about maybe once or twice a year. I've just been focusing on work. So I kind of got in chess lately, and so I got my points back. So my rating is 1858. I'm only 6 points behind my peak here. And I'm very confident that I could pass my peak here. And I know I'm very, sorry, my rating, yeah.
What's the rating now?
My rating is 1858 now. So I have to say that my best advice of getting better is to play every day. Yeah. You have to learn the concepts, or you could read a book, play every day. That's what I did when I was playing every day and reading chess books. I was getting 200 points a year, so it was proven method for me. And then going over my games, that helped a lot too.
So the most interesting thing right now is that my rating is 1860, Barbara is 1858, so that means Barbara's rating is 2 points below me. So I guess we could say we're the same.
Has Barbara ever been above you?
You know, that's a really good question.
No, it was a nasty one.
Well, I mean, no. I think for many years my rating was higher than Barbara's, but I think that if your rating surpasses mine, I think that would be really amazing, because it's like I've always had the higher rating. But
I think the last time my rating was higher than Lauren was probably around at least 10 years ago.
yeah.
Maybe 12 years ago. Yeah, it was that long time ago.
Yeah.
But we're still the same strength.
Yeah.
Who's older?
You want to take a guess? Who's older?
No.
No. Lauren's older, I'm the younger one. Yeah. By 7 minutes.
Yeah.
7 minutes?
Yeah.
So the oldest sister's got the higher rate. I'm just teasing.
Yeah.
In your life, how many tournaments have you been to?
I don't remember the best way to know. I have to look at my database from the U.S. Chess Federation and I tell you. Maybe 300, I don't know, 200? I don't keep track on that. So I remember like when we started to play in chess tournaments like in high school, this was like in the 1990s, late 1990s. We used to play in chess tournaments like once a week at Fremont and then eventually Burning Game Chess Club. So we were very, very active chess players. And then once I got into college, I was pursuing other things, right? And then and so after college, I didn't really play in too many tournaments. And right now, I love chess a lot, and so I plan to continue to play in at least one chess tournament each year, maybe 5 tournaments. I don't know. We'll see.
Do you study as much as Barbara? She keeps pointing out she does a lot of studying.
I used to do a lot of studying. I remember like when my rating was like in the 1200s. I got better by just looking at tactic books. I think that if you read, because chess, I think like the majority of chess, it's all about tactics and strategy. So I remember like I would read a lot of tactic books, and that's like a really good way to get better. But right now, I teach chess on the side, and but I don't really study chess, but I really enjoy looking at other people's games.
See, now this may explain why Barbara's catching up so close to you now.
Yeah.
The girls here are used to me hassling and teasing them, so yeah, forgive me.
Do you guys, wait, I just forgot the question. Oh yeah, do you guys fight a lot, like normal sisters?
She's got a sister that's close in age.
Yeah. Do you guys fight a lot?
That's a good question. So we're identical twins. So that means Barbara, she's only 7 minutes younger than me, and we fight all the time. I don't know. I heard like identical twin relationships are different than like normal sister relationships. So, and we don't have like it's just the 3 of us. We also have an older brother, and it's just us. So it's just 3 kids. So. But we're best friends. Like, we love each other a lot. But we don't like to play each other in tournaments. So a couple of times, like in the past, we were paired against each other, like in a tournament, and sometimes we would ask the tournament director, like, hey, can you please change the pairings? And sometimes they would, and sometimes they wouldn't. So I remember I think 2 years ago, we played in this one tournament in San Jose. It was the Hip Hop Chess Federation tournament, and I remember that we were paired, I think on the 3rd round or something. And I asked like the tournament director, like, can you change the pairings? But we were forced to play each other, and we don't really like to play each other on the chessboard.
No.
And so that game, we just agreed to a draw, because we know each other's playing styles like all like really, really well. So it's like, let's just have a draw.
But it's not going to be an automatic draw. We will play each other no matter what, who's winning or losing. But at the end, it's always a draw, no matter what.
Serafina, do you play Veronica at all?
No.
Her sister's about a year older.
1 in like 3 days.
And when we do play each other, it's 50-50, like casually. Yeah. That's really good. Yeah, it's like, yeah, we do play a lot, casually at home, so, yeah, she'll beat me, but I'll beat her, it's like 50-50, but we also like to play against other players too, so.
Any other questions from the audience? There we go.
Does your brother play too?
My brother does not play chess.
So you can't really play him?
No, and
Oh, I should know she's got a twin brother.
I have a twin brother. Okay. Does your twin brother, does he play chess?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys play each other all the time? No. Okay. My older brother, he doesn't play chess, but he knows how to play, and we don't see him that often because he lives in Los Angeles. So we don't see him that often, but and that's okay. Our mom plays chess casually, and my dad, he doesn't really play chess, so it's mainly us, and yeah. Okay.
Do you guys live close to each other?
Yeah, we live together.
Okay, now that they've got you really thinking and on the spot, it's time for you to, I suspect, do your prepared sessions. So,
Okay.
thank you for that part, and we'll give you a big hand after you're done with everything, if you survive us.
Good. So,